You are probably right now, pound for pound, the most infamous student in America. How do you feel about that?
It's pretty absurd. I mean, I would have never expected like this would ever happen.
Really?
Well, I mean, I think to be perfectly honest, if I was just another college girl who does porn, this would have been like a day of news. But I think that because I came out in defense of myself, and because I really talked about how much porn empowered me and I really told my story, I think that that's what set this story apart.
Let me just read a little bit of what you said. This is what you said in your own defense. For me, shooting pornography brings me unimaginable joy. When I finish a scene, I know I've done so and completed an honest day's work. It's my artistic outlet, my love, my happiness, my home. You really believe all that?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, I think that...
You think it's going to be the happiest you're ever going to be in life is making adult movies?
Absolutely. I mean, well, you know, not in my whole life, but we are in a society where we are so repressed every single day. We're told that sex is bad. We're told not to have sex. We're told not to show our bodies, and that's really true for women. And to be in porn and to be able to be naked and to be able to be free and have that sexual autonomy, it is so incredibly freeing.
There will be lots of people watching this who will be feigning outrage and yet secretly probably looking at porn quite regularly themselves. Do you think there's a hypocrisy in the way that people treat pornography in America?
I mean, absolutely. I mean, I think 80% of the world's traffic on the internet is pornography. And I think that probably every single person at some point in their life has watched pornography. So I think it's extremely hypocritical that the same industry or the same society that consumes me is also condemning me.
Why do people profess to find it so shameful, do you think?
Well, that comes from thousands of years of patriarchy and thousands of years of religion that leads us to this point where we so deeply fear sexuality.
So you don't feel that you're being used by an industry which has infamously used women for many decades? You're doing women's studies at Duke's. You know, you won't be oblivious to this. Many women have had very bad experiences in the adult film industry. You don't feel that at all?
No, I don't. And I wouldn't necessarily agree with kind of the statement that, you know, most women in the industry have had negative experiences. I think you hear about those experiences because a lot of the times it's propped up by a political agenda. But, you know, I think that there are a lot of women in the pornography industry who really love their jobs and who find it really empowering. It's
going to be difficult for you back at Duke's, isn't it? I mean, you obviously, now it's so public. Here you are on CNN talking about this. You're going to go back into normal student life, and presumably you're going to carry on in between making more of these movies.
Right.
It's not going to make your life any easier. Are you ready for that sort of constant onslaught of attention it's going to bring you?
Well, I mean, the downside now is I can't really go out anymore. I can't really go to, you know, a lot of parties or gatherings because I'm just met by a lot of hostility from people. But I'm confident.
Are you getting hostility from men or women? Male
women.
students?
It's a lot of women, which I think that a lot of that comes from maybe they caught their boyfriend watching my porn. But I mean, like I was saying, you know, I can't really go out like I used to, but I'm confident that...
You said that with a sort of wry smile, as if that was quite funny, but I mean, it wouldn't be funny for that woman if that's indeed what happened, would it? It's not very sisterly of you to think that's funny.
There's nothing wrong with watching porn. I mean, and I think that, I mean, to be mad at me because your boyfriend's watching porn or to be jealous of me, it's all so petty and it's also ridiculous. But that's just me speculating. Do
you have any regrets about going public about all this and the fact your real identity's out there and people have worked out who your family are? Do you regret that part of it?
What I regret, and I would advise any other girl who's thinking of entering this industry the same thing, I regret not telling my family from the get-go. I think that was a really big mistake. I think that I really kind of isolated myself by not telling them. And I think that not telling your family when you're doing sex work, it's a very isolating experience.